A fight that I didn't expect to see happen, man, especially another pretty quick turnaround. Raul Rosas, man, he's back, and he's no longer a kid. He's like 20 years old now, man, so we have to treat him with the same level of respect that we treat all of the other fighters, because before, it was like you get a pass, you get different circumstances and rules, because you're like this 18-year-old fighting, but now you get an OG, man, Vince Morales, who is 0-2 in his return to the UFC, 3-7 overall record in the UFC, so you know this dude is hungry, and I know we've said that about other fighters as well who are facing Rosas, but I think that this is a lose and you get cut again. And your UFC dreams are pretty much gone. And you never want to see somebody in a predicament like that. But this is also a tough outing, man. They probably said, like, hey, you want to get rebooked? We're going to give you a tough one. And Rosas, what's the game plan? Take your back, right? Take your back and submit you. But Vince Morales is a grappler, bro. This dude is a grappler with a ton of submissions. 12 of 16 wins by finish, 7 knockouts, 5 submissions. Does any of this matter? Because I feel like we've done the same tape study over and over again against all these dudes against Rosas, and he just wins and wins and wins. And I'm not even hating, man. It's like impressive. But it's like, what do these dudes need to bring to the table? What kind of a step up does he need to get for it to be a really competitive fight? Because Richie Lang, you dragged him out to a boring decision. Awesome. He was supposed to get Rob Font on short notice, but he couldn't take it. So you get Vince Morales. So that was the step up, but you're not taking it. So where are we at here?
That's exactly what I was about to say, Derek. I saw a thing come out where Raul Rosas is still chasing the youngest UFC champion in history, right? He has a couple years to get it before John Jones actually did. But still, when those opportunities knock, when Rob Font knocks, short notice, I know it's risky. I know it's crazy. But you're not going to get there by having long, drug-out decisions by middle-of-the-pack fighters. Now you have a long, drawn-out decision against Rob Font. Probably a good shot. Probably get a little bit of a bump right there. But if you do that again to Vince Morales, not going to be what you exactly are looking for. That's not the trajectory you want to be looking. He does need a star performance, right? He does. I don't know if he needs a finish, but he needs to put on a masterclass at the very least. And a finish would definitely help him get on his way.
Now, wouldn't you agree that this is going to be a hard fight to have, like a masterclass in, though? Because I feel like it's two grapplers who are going to kickbox to try to set up a takedown of some sort, and the grappling ideally should nullify. I think Vince Morales is a really good grappler, man. You look at that last fight against Elijah Smith. He almost submitted him in the last, 30 seconds of the fight? He was digging for submission attempts the whole time. That's why I think Raul Rosas wins this fight, though. Because I think that Morales is much more submission hunter, meaning that he'll jump on an opportunity and might not get it, versus Rosas, who is more of like, I'll control you and I'll chill. I get a lot of the same vibes from Rosas and Ronaldo Rodriguez, where it's like, I'll hang out. I'll put the backpack on you. I'll beat you up a little bit, and I'll make sure I win this fight. Not really just trying to jump on the submission. And if I do and I don't get it, I'll get back to control. Morales, like I said, I see it a little bit different, especially with the urgency and the desperation that comes with I have to win and I have to finish this kid. This dude that is surging right now, who people are saying is an unbeatable guy, more or less, unless you're C-Rod. But all right, let's talk about it though, man. What are the paths to victory right here? Because if we're looking at submission prop, for whatever reason, plus 275 for Rosas, plus 1100 for Vince Morales, man. So they're not giving him any shot for a submission. They're really not giving him a shot at all. Do you like plus 350? No, you're already shaking the head. No love for Morales?
I mean, I do like Morales, and I think there's a world where he can get this done, Derek. But the money, I mean, it's there's a reason why Raul Rosas is such a favorite right here. Yeah. The submission, I think, is going to be his best route, especially one because Morales has really good eyesight at range. He sees the punches coming. He's arguably a little bit better of a striker right here, or at least defensively sound. He's able to see the moves. He's able to put some traps forward, and then he's able to get to his position. But I agree with you. He hunts the submissions a little too heavily, whereas Rosas is just looking to control you until the openings present themselves. Vince Morales is looking to make the openings present themselves, which does worry me a little bit. Plus 385, I do give him a lot of shot, Derek. I don't know if I'd throw a hedge on there, but I do think he has the ability to at least put up a good fight right here.
All right, interesting rounds question right here. Let's say they do just go old school, man. They go Damian Maia versus Ben Askren, and they just grapple it up. Like, let's just say, right? Who gasses out first? I'm interested because the 2.5 is the over right here. Minus 175 for the over, again at elevation. Plus 135 for the under. I don't see a problem with either guy scooping up a finish early, man. Like, I don't think this is guaranteed to go the distance. So who do you estimate gasses out faster? Let's not forget, Morales has been more active than Rosas.
He's been more active, Derek. He's older, so he has more behind him that's going forward. And ironically, man, I do think Rosas, if Morales is hunting submissions the whole time and Rosas is having to get up or having to defend, having to use his brain the entire time to not get trapped in it, man, we've seen Rosas, his output diminish heavily, and especially at elevation. I think he might have some trouble right here if this fight gets long.
What I'm trying to avoid right here in matchups, for Rosas specifically, man, because it's easy to get lulled into, oh, he's just going to win. He just wins. You're going to bet on him. Yeah, minus 500. Folks, we got a new segment we're going to talk about in a bit, you know what I mean? But minus 500 is pretty freaking steep, man, you know? Like, so, all right, easy question. Do you bet Rosas at minus 500? Do you stay away from that?
I stay away from that all day, all day. As much as I think he's 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, he's going to win this fight, that price is way too high.
Man, I think Morales, I'm going to say, I think Rosas is going to win the fight, but I think the line should be way closer. I don't think that it should be this drastic. Maybe it should be. Maybe he gets him out of there early and just like shows like this dude isn't even on my level. But for a dude with 10 UFC fights, you know what I mean? Like he's not just one of those journeymen that Rosas, I mean, I guess technically he is, if you don't have the resume to put up for it. All right, man, Rosas is the pick. That's pretty clear. Give me your final one, though. What are you doing? Are you taking the over, the under, submission? What are we taking?
I'm taking Rosas. Yeah, I'm taking the over, Derek. It's minus 200. It's a better odd. I think that's how it's going to go. I mean, even if you think he's going to win the fight, minus 105, I'm looking at the points win right there. That's a really good one as well. It's a little bit better of an odd. I like the over 2.5, though.
Okay, fair play. I'm going to stay away from pretty much everything related to this fight right here. Like I said, folks, I think it's going to be a close one. I think Rosas is the play, but there's no world where you bet on Rosas and you get real value unless you hit it on the head with a prop right there. So rounds or nothing. Again, over probably is the play. And yeah, let's move on to the next one, man. All right, we got